What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Shred Sessions podcast. I've got my good friend Luke Granered here from Better Off, Gorge, Meter, Twin Stacks. Too many bands, man.
Many.
Thanks for coming, man.
Of course, thank you.
Dude, how you doing?
Excellent. I just got off a shift at the burger truck. I'm feeling energized.
Are you?
As energized as you can be, yeah, I guess. But yeah, I'm feeling good.
Sick. How did it go today? Was it people hungry, wanting a lot of burgers?
Yeah, today was a little slower, I guess, because it was kind of chilly out today. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy over there, especially on weekends. I mean, even weekdays now are just like, it's like constantly hitting new highs. So it's fun. It's crazy. A lot of work. Probably the most work I've ever done for a job in my entire life.
Whoa, dude.
I would say. It's crazy. It's like moving restaurants worth of inventory all day long. It's wild.
Yeah. So what does a shift look like? It's like we got coffee the other day and you were telling me what you guys do during a shift, because you have to prepare everything on a truck and there's only so much product you can fit on a truck.
Yeah.
Like, walk us through that, man. Like,
so we have a kitchen with freezers and we get deliveries there, and the deliveries have to make their way from the kitchen to the trailer. So that's a big move. And then we have 2 locations for storage on site, and the trailer can only hold so much product. So we've got backup inventory in a different location, and we're just kind of rotating constantly. But yeah, it basically looks like a lot of beef and a lot of potatoes moving from place to place all day long. But it's cool. The effort put in is definitely proving to be worth it over time for the business, for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so stoked to see that business is doing well. And shout out Andy. Andy's been on the show.
Andy and Cody, both great bosses and great business owners.
Seems like you guys have a good time working there.
For sure.
Like, is there a certain place that you like to be on the truck? Do you like to be in the window taking orders? Do you like to be on the grill?
Definitely hate being at window taking orders more than anything. That's usually the person on window gets messed with the most by the other employees that you're working with. Like we're pulling pranks on the guy taking orders all day long. But
I feel like that guy would be me.
Yeah, you'd be getting pranked, bro. Yeah. But it's my favorite spot is probably grill. I mean, that's what I end up on most of the time. It's also kind of the most physically taxing, but no matter where you are, I mean, it's like a harsh environment. It's like if it's cold outside, you're freezing, and if it's hot outside, you're like sweating like crazy. So it's no matter where you are pushing through the elements with everybody in the trailer. So it's kind of a bonding experience at the same time too. It's cool. Very similar to tour, honestly, in a sense. It's just like you're desperate for that comfortable moment, and sometimes you'll get it, but then you just got to work through it until you get there. But yeah, it's fun. It's a good time.
It's something really awesome about just honest work, man.
Yeah.
Like making food or doing construction or mulching someone's yard.
Totally. And I mean, it is gratifying too. Like somebody says, that's the best burger I ever had. Like, it's cool.
They are really good. I wanted you to bring me some because I've been craving that. And we live over an hour away, or about an hour away.
Yeah.
But you guys bought them all, so I'll have to swoop in tomorrow or something and grab one.
When you come through, I'll hook you up. No doubt about it.
Thanks, bro.
No doubt about it.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know much about your early beginnings and like where you grew up. Take us back to the beginning, man, and how you initially got into guitar and music.
Well, I grew up in Franklin, and I was born in New Jersey, and as a child grew up in New Jersey. We moved to Nashville when I was 10. And my mom was a singer-songwriter, is a singer-songwriter. So she's definitely the biggest inspiration behind me, like, starting to play music.
Was she kind of in the CCM world back then a little bit, or?
I mean, she is a Christian, and but I wouldn't put her in CCM world.
Okay.
She never found like big success. It was always kind of a hobby for her.
Gotcha.
Which maybe is like the most beneficial part of it for me, like seeing my mom just do it to do it and for no other reason. Like I remember very vividly in New Jersey, I'd be sitting in the basement with my mom and her band at the time, and it was like her on acoustic, and she had a guy playing the Chapman stick in her band, which is a crazy instrument.
That is some 90s shit right
there.
Yeah,
absolutely. And then she had a fiddle player too, and yeah, there was a small little thing that they would work on. They'd play some shows, and they recorded a cassette tape in the basement. Like, and now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, dang, my mom was like very DIY spirit from the very beginning. So yeah, definitely a big inspiration. The reason that I play music is my mom, no doubt about it. And I've said this on stage many times, but she always made me learn how to play an instrument. Like, I had to be learning some kind of musical instrument from the very beginning. So yeah, that's where it started, no doubt about it.
Now, why did your family move to the Nashville area?
Well, this is a really weird story, but basically my mom and my sister both got Lyme's disease, which is really prevalent in the Northeast. And
those New Jersey woods, man.
Yeah, no kidding. My sister had it really bad.
Wow,
she developed some symptoms that were intense. Like, it's such a long story. We could talk about this alone for a long time.
My parents live in the woods in Iowa. They both have Lyme's disease.
Really?
Now. Yeah.
Well,
so like, I'm not moving there.
Yeah, you probably know this, but like, it takes a lot to figure out if you have Lyme's disease, because it manifests with so many different symptoms based on where you're infected in your body. So like, that was a whole journey. But my mom was like, I don't want to be in a place where this is like a big problem. So we moved, and she was a singer-songwriter. So we moved to Nashville when I was young, and ended up being an amazing choice. I mean, I love Nashville.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to live anywhere else personally, and it's allowed me to pursue my favorite thing nonstop, which I am so thankful for. So yeah, dude.
Yeah. I have a lot of respect for you, man, because like, I've kind of been in and out of music over the years, and like, back in the day, the scene was not popping off as much as it was now. So after playing like a few dozen shows to like the other bands and their girlfriends, or like just a few people, it got a little frustrating. I was just like, having been in As Hell retreats and played some bigger shows and toured, like, I hate that I felt that way, in the sense that like I downgraded or whatever playing in smaller bands, but that's just the nature of the music scene. And I also needed to like build a life for myself too, you know?
Totally.
So, but I love that you have just been so consistent over the years, like putting releases out, starting a new band, like just constantly recording too, man. Like,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Like that, that's what it's all about, man.
I agree.
Like,
I totally agree. I mean, I remember when I was really young and first going to shows, Nashville had a really poppin' scene. Like, that's probably 2006, maybe 5, a little bit before then too. And then by the time I was like old enough to like actually play shows, the scene had all but died, basically. It was just like very hard to get kids to come out to shows. So that's after, it's like right after the old Rocketown went away, and the Muse eventually after that. And I don't know, there was like a fade off, and now it's like better than it's been since 2005 for sure. It's
That's
like
crazy,
it's
man.
really cool now.
A lot of new faces in the scene, like people that like I think have only been in town for a year or two or something like that, and they're
for sure. And a lot of young kids from like Franklin, Goodlettsville, Hendersonville, Antioch. I mean, they're from all over.
Yeah,
it's sick. It's inspiring, honestly. 100%.
The fact that you can drive like out to Cookeville and go to Mean Mel's, and there's like, you know, 60 to 100 kids that go to a show.
Yeah.
From like, you know, they come from the college and then that surrounding kind of pocket of more East Tennessee. Like, that just blew my mind when I went out there. I was like, this is so cool, man. Like,
and I would also say like kids nowadays coming to shows have like way better taste. It's kind of interesting. Like, I feel like when I was younger trying to book shows and do the thing, like it was the scenes were very divided by genre or whatever. There's maybe crossover, but nowadays it's like kids really know what's up as far as style and what's cool and what's new. And I don't know, it's really interesting seeing what people are making nowadays.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, there's so many little niches that I never thought would be pop. Like slam metal is like huge now.
Yeah, what the heck? Very mosh centric scene these days for sure. Which I'm cool with. It's entertaining, no doubt about it.
For sure, man. Who were some of your early influences, like when you were first like learning guitar, man? Were you into like guitar heroes, or was it more bands and people that made great songs?
I had a period where I was into like guitar heroes, maybe. Like when I first started playing guitar or learning how to play guitar, was definitely getting like Guitar World magazine delivered to my house, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's classic. And you think like Slash, and you think, I don't know, whatever generic rock star guitar player comes to mind. Vi, Buckethead, maybe
Petrucci, Buckethead,
exactly.
John 5,
Dream Theaters all over the place. But that's Guitar World is how I found a lot of these more niche artists for sure. But I think the first hero that I had was Claudio Sanchez from Coheed and Cambria.
Wow,
that's like number one in my mind for sure. And then Jimmy Eat World was a big one too. I mean, yeah. But if we're going guitar oriented, I would say Coheed and Cambria was number one.
Okay,
yeah. It's a weird one.
Second Stage Turbine Blade.
Oh my God, it's so good. In Keeping Secrets. Legendary.
That's sick. I didn't expect that, man, but it makes sense because that band was huge during that time. Like
totally,
there's like At the Drive-In, and then Mars Volta, and just some of those alt metal bands came through and just totally crushed like the death metal scene. Yeah, it was so totally fresh and new, and like Dillinger Escape Plan too. Like totally shocked everybody. Like I didn't know this was possible in heavy music and hardcore.
Yeah, and they were kind of pulling from like cooler artists than bands had been, like At the Drive-In specifically, like pulling from their early stuff is so like Fugazi influenced, which is bizarre for the time. Now it makes way more sense, I guess, because we have access to all kinds of music all the time with Spotify and whatever, the internet in general. But it's cool to look back, like listening to music and finding bands at that time period, because the influence was so vast. It's sick. Yeah, it was very developmental.
So Luke, you're in 4 completely different bands. We got Better Off, Twin Stacks, Meter, and Gorge. Who do you feel like you are as a guitar player and musician at the core?
Oh shit. I don't know. I think now Better Off is kind of different, because that's like me finding myself as an artist and songwriter and whatever, like really like trying. That's like the first project where I was really trying to do something. And now I find myself less interested in like finding what I want to say, and more interested in finding what someone else wants to say, which is like very, very much what Twin Stacks is. Like Twin Stacks is Will, the vocalist, who's been a friend of mine since we were in middle school. Will Steinbrecher.
Love that guy.
Great guy. And one of my closest friends, just like watching what he wants the sound, what kind of sounds he wants to hear and what he has to say, and trying to like follow that lead. And then Meter is like, well, Meter is a little different, I guess. Cortney, that's kind of been a way for me and Cortney to be creative together, and also just try something totally new for me, because I'm like doing rap rock vocals over that stuff, and I don't know who I am in all of that. I think my role ends up being like a producer more than anything.
Yeah.
Even though I am heavily involved in the songwriting for all those projects, I think over time my skill set becomes channeling all the ideas and then finding out how to get the ball rolling and like make something happen. Which is the hardest part probably of making music. So, and that's you always need somebody in the band that can do that. So I find myself filling that role more than anything nowadays.
Yeah. Is it pretty easy for you to mentally switch between like these different roles of being like a vocalist, guitar player, and then playing the different styles?
super easy nowadays. Yeah.
Just natural for you.
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, I think all of it kind of has my flavor in there, so it's pretty easy for me to switch between the two. And then nowadays, like getting the sounds is, I have a quad cortex, and it's like so much easier to get the sounds that you want to get, and you don't have to sacrifice a ton of money or like sacrifice actual, like for so long I would have one head and be like, this is my head and I'm just going to do the best I can with this. But now I can make any sound that I want. So it's gotten easier over the years for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Later on, I've got some gear questions. We'll get into like the different presets and amps that you're using for each band. Cause I think the nerds out there will love that.
Hell yeah.
How do you approach writing for each of these bands? Like, what does that look like? Is it demos at home on your computer, or are you getting together as a group with these other members of these bands to write music?
It's mostly getting together with one other member at a time, and it's whoever is the person that I'm trying to follow their lead and create something kind of for them specifically. Meter might be a little different. That's kind of got an interesting starting story, because basically I've told this story before, but I'll tell it for the podcast. Basically that band Meter started because Ronnie Radke heard a Better Off song. He heard the song Bring Me the Head of My Enemy, and he really liked that song. And we have a mutual friend that reached out and was like, hey, write some riffs. Ronnie likes this song and wants you to write some riffs. And I wrote the riffs, and I was stoked on them. I was like, dang, these are some of the best riffs I've ever written. Sent them to Ronnie. He didn't like any of them. And that's totally cool. Wasn't the vibe.
And you were just writing music for like it's not like you were like, I got to write something for Ronnie. Is that how, like, did you kind of feel some of that pressure maybe?
The guidelines I was given were Deftone sounding and between 150 and 170 BPM. So that was what I was given, and I kind of ran with that.
Oh, okay.
But
pretty fast, man.
It's pretty fast. And I very naturally go way slower. So it was kind of interesting watching that change how I wrote. But
yeah,
those riffs ended up becoming Meter, and Cortney's is a great singer and has wanted to sing in a band, specifically a rock band. And I had been listening to a lot of Linkin Park, and she loves Incubus, and we both love all these early 2000s rock bands, hard rock bands. So that's how that one started.
And you guys have 2 songs out currently. Can you remind me the name of those tunes?
We have it's Dreaming and Watch Me Bleed are the 2 that are out.
They're sick, dude. I was driving around listening to them.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, Cortney sounds great.
Yeah, she's great
on those tunes. And you're rapping too. I was like, oh, that does sound like Luke.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Like when I know I've talked to the person who's doing the rapping, it just kind of hits different, you know?
Yeah, I'm discovering new parts of my artistry for sure. It's fun.
Dude, it's great though. It's so fun to listen to, and it's heavy as shit too. Like,
hell yeah.
It's great. So yeah, I guess I could see you being in like that producer role, like when you're working with these different bands, like, cause you're I feel like at heart, you're like a songwriter, you know?
Definitely.
And that's like to your point about possibly working with Ronnie Radke, you know, just being consistent and making music. You never know who's going to listen to it, man,
absolutely,
and want to work with you. Or I feel like a lot of people think that they're gonna just like send. I don't know. I feel like people just think they're gonna like send a famous person a link and like that's gonna be their shot or something like that. But
yeah, I think just the act of making music on your own and releasing it and doing your best to get out there and perform and just like be a part of the community, like that's how you create opportunities for yourself, or at least that's how I find myself getting opportunities. So I just try to stay really consistent with that, and at the same time it's how I cope with life, and it's how I enjoy my free time. It's so many different aspects, but I do find that like when I am in need of something new, creating a new project kind of provides me with what I'm looking for every single time. So that's maybe why I have so many different projects over the years, you know?
Yeah. I remember Cash Basket. Those are cool songs.
Yeah. I love that project. I mean, and that's again with like good friends. Tyler Riley was in it. Josh Landreth was in it. Taylor Carpenter was in it.
Cool.
Chase Lloyd was in it. I mean, yeah. TJ Sanders was in it. I mean, it's so cool seeing how the dynamics change and seeing what people contribute. I mean, it's just fun at the end of the day, you know. It's how there's always a reason to hang out because you have something to work on. So I love that.
Yeah, I love that too. That's great. Have you ever written anything that fit multiple bands?
Yes, for sure. For sure, especially with Cash Basket. I mean, and Better Off. I mean, those two cross over pretty hard, and like Twin Stacks, I feel like has some Better Off sounding stuff too. So, yeah, they cross over all the time.
Is there an aspect of playing guitar that most people don't notice that you like care a lot about?
I don't know. I feel like my go-to moves typically I have one chord in particular that I use all the time. I don't know what it's called, but I write riffs that live in that chord, so I can always have like a finger on the root note, and I'll move that one finger to become a chord progression, but then the riff lives within the chord always. Cash Basket did that a lot. Better Off does that a lot. If I'm singing and playing something melodic, that's usually what I'm doing. And I do like that stuff. And it makes it sound better when you're playing by yourself, which is probably why I end up doing it. Because like when I'm writing, I'm just like, I want this to sound good on its own. So yeah, that's probably the main thing.
You gotta show us the secret chord, man, at some point.
Dude, I will gladly. It's the third fret on the low string, open A, open D, and then the second fret on the G string. I don't know what that is.
Third fret on the low E string.
Yeah, so
and then
G,
two open strings,
and then whatever.
So it's like it would be G A D A.
Yep.
So that's like a G6. Well, not a G6, a G9 chord of some kind.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's like my go-to.
In a drop
chord.
Tuning though, or
no, just standard.
Okay,
it's my go-to chord, and you can move that all over the neck, and all you have to change is that like G string note. So I'll like adjust that based on where I am on the neck.
Technically, that interval is what you call a ninth, which is a second, but up the octave.
Gotcha.
Playing like a G and an A, and then you can and then you could easily move from a ninth to a tenth, you know, which would be more melodic. That's like a third.
Yep.
Right, and then a fourth would sound cool too. So yeah, I could see how that could be really effective.
I do it constantly,
getting the emotions kind of stirred up a bit.
Absolutely, it's the perfect melancholy sound.
That's awesome, man. So let's talk about some gear for a little bit. What does your current guitar setup look like? For maybe run us through each band if you can.
Okay. For Twin Stacks, I'm using the main guitar that I've been using is this. It's a Fender Prodigy, which was only made 89 to 91.
Oh, cool.
And it's a I'm so bad with what these things are called, so you're gonna have to correct me on some of this stuff.
Okay.
But it's not a Floyd or a Kaler bridge because they were in a lawsuit, but it's in between the two.
Oh, I think I've seen those on guitar. How is it working with a bridge like that?
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it because
stay in tune.
It stays in tune. I have to keep an eye on it, obviously, especially when I'm doing like
dive whammy bombs. On it.
I can, yeah, and I do that a lot in Twin Stacks live. Like I'll like fill sound and space with like crazy dive bomb sounds.
Sick.
But that's my main guitar nowadays, and I've got a laced Death Bucker in there that I love. It's kind of a unique sound. And then for Twin Stacks, I use a Friedman head on my quad. And then I run through whatever cab is backlined, basically, is what happens. And then I have a Freet 252, which I got from you.
Great amp.
And before that, I was using a Freet PS2A as a power amp. But yeah, I love that setup. I love the quad with the all-tube power amp.
The power, yeah. Those are so sick, man. Fryette makes the best stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They have this single space one called the LX2 that's kind of wild. It's got 6L6s in it, and somehow I don't know how they made a 100-watt tube amp in a single space rack. But
yeah, it's sick. That might be my next purchase.
Yeah, that might be the next one. Get a couple of those, and yeah, like having a cab on stage when you're playing like smaller clubs, like I've said it 100 times on this show.
Yeah,
you have to have a cab on stage.
Absolutely.
I feel like if you're playing guitar.
And I've done a lot of gigs as a guitar tech, and a lot of those artists are all amp modelers on stage, and you take your in-ear out, and it's like just you can have a normal conversation like this on stage, which is fine, but like there's so much energy sucked away, you know?
Yeah. But they're playing like huge
arenas and stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely. So it makes more sense for them. And honestly, if there is a guy that brings an amp on stage, I almost resent him. I'm just like, dude, this is so loud. Why would you put this on stage? But when I'm on stage, I want that stage sound 100%.
Hell yeah.
I want to feel it at my knees, you know?
For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely a big proponent of that. As far as captures go, like you said, which Friedman capture is it that you're using?
I couldn't even tell you. It is something that I got. It's something that somebody else captured that I got from like the Cortex Cloud. But yeah, I'm not sure which Friedman it is. But yeah, I do so much, like it's so fast that I just find myself downloading them and trying them and and I go really quick until I find the thing that I want. So I'm not positive what exactly it is, but yeah, I find myself spending way more time working on the EQ after the head than I do on the head itself anyway.
Like a 10-band graphic EQ?
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And I love doing that. I mean, I think that's way more important, honestly, even than the head. I mean, once you have the gain that you want, the EQ becomes way more important.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about in Gorge? What amp model do you use in that band?
In that one, I'm using like a EVH3, I think is what it is.
Okay.
A red channel, something along those lines.
It's crushing.
Yeah, super high gain. I mean, and like noise gate is like we kind of like mess up our noise gates a little bit so that we are feeding back like like almost in a weird way, like almost in an uncontrollable way, because we want that chaos a little bit. And in that I'm playing an LTD. It's actually Tyler Riley's old LTD.
Sick.
Which that's got sentimental value to me for sure. But and he's got a Seymour Duncan in there that sounds amazing. Yeah, that's my Gorge setup.
Sick, man.
Yeah.
How did you start playing with Lucas and Gorge? Like you play in a death metal band basically where the drummer is the singer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about like how you got linked up with him.
Well, he just asked. So I don't write anything in Gorge. That's like purely Lucas and Benito kind of orchestrating all that. And Lucas just hit me up because he's kind of like me. He's got tons of projects and he's always looking for new people to collaborate with and play with and whatever else. So he hit me up and just asked if I'd play, and I was like kind of desperate for a band that was playing shows. So it was good timing, and I love learning other people's riffs because it's like it unlocks parts of your brain that you don't know are there. You know, like Benito is such a great guitar player, and he writes such heavy riffs, but riffs that have so many transitions and little nuances. Like it's fun to challenge myself and learn what he's written. So, but yeah, they just asked and I was free. So I said yes. And I'm glad I did because we play a ton of shows and it's fun hanging out with those guys. And the music Lucas is an amazing drummer to play.
He's phenomenal, dude.
He's amazing.
He's one of the best I've seen. Like,
and the same goes for Benito and Gerard, who plays bass. I mean, they're all fun to play with. But yeah, all really talented. Lucas is amazing for sure.
Yeah, he's incredible. Just real quick, what other bands does he play in?
He plays in Lethal Method.
That's right. Yeah.
Plays in Pressure Heaven. He plays in a band called the Kill Chains, who actually just recorded their EP and mixed their EP for them. He plays in Meter, obviously. What else is he playing?
So much.
There's a lot. He plays in a band with his brother called Cigarro that's about to put out music, and that stuff is awesome too. It's like very prog heavy, pop heavy. It's just great music, very wide spectrum of influences. But yeah, he's a busy guy for sure.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of like Matt Guglielmo from the Acacia Strain. Like that guy, he's like also a guitar player and a producer, and has played in a lot of music with Christian Colabelli, who sometimes is on the Shred Sessions podcast. And Matt actually played on this like prog fusion thing that we're doing, and like he crushed it, man. Like it was unbelievable. But I could see like they just have a similar drumming like style, I feel like.
Totally.
And yeah, like Lucas is so tall too, so he like he looks a little interesting behind the kit. Like he can reach really far.
Yeah, I love watching him play drums. Honestly, when I go back and watch Gorge sets, I'm basically just watching Lucas play drums. I mean, it's really something to witness. And Lethal Method sets and Pressure Heaven
Lethal
sets.
Method's sick.
Yeah, I mean, like it's awesome to see him play. He's great,
dude. What was it like playing the Volcano show?
Ooh, amazing for sure. Kind of scary. I mean, like the vibe at that show is definitely like aggro.
Yeah, dude.
But it was amazing. I mean, it was really sick. A testament to Nashville and people showing up for cool stuff. You know, I loved it.
Yeah, I had a great time. I got to interview Cody Davidson that night on the roof. We were sitting up there and like it was probably 25 degrees out, and I'm conducting an interview. But he was a champ, man. We talked for like 20 minutes. Yeah, and then by the end, I was just like, I cannot feel my hand anymore. The microphones are like frozen.
Yeah. Thanks for this conversation.
Yeah, we definitely had jackets on, but yeah, that was cool talking to him. But yeah, that band is scary. It's like, like they have a shirt with like a guy being hit in the head with a bottle. Yeah, and there's just blood everywhere. And I like look at it in my closet like almost every day, and I'm like, not today. I don't think I can wear this like out in public, because people would just be like, that's kind of messed up, man.
Yeah, I got a couple of those as well. I just keep them for the memes, for the memories,
for sure. Yeah, it's a great shirt.
I love that Volcano. I don't think they have any social media or anything, do they?
Correct.
Yeah, that's so sick.
He talked about that in his episode. He's like, I just wanted to make it something that if you're into it, you'll find it.
I love that. Yeah. I wish I felt like that was possible for any project that I guess it is possible. Maybe that's a sign that ego drives.
I'm at the point where I'm like, I've got like 2 YouTube channels and a Spotify for podcasters account, like 3 Instagrams, and I'm just like, I do not want to make another Instagram, dude.
Yeah,
like that's just.
You guys, you wanted me to post again, and you know what? It's not even that the people viewing want you to post again. It is that I want people to see me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's the desire when we're posting on the internet. So I don't know. It's an artist's urge for sure.
Yeah, man. I think it's kind of a necessary evil, you know, and I try to keep it to stuff that I'm proud of. And then if there's like, dude, we did that interview in the cave last week, and like it was such a beautiful day, and like something about that day was just like good vibes. Yeah, like people, like all of the fans that I was handing out stickers to people, and like I was like kind of nervous to do that because it's all these like acid breath, you know, all these scary metal fans.
Totally.
And I was like, no one's gonna want a sticker, but like people were like, hey, can I get one too? You know?
That's awesome. Like, what a relief too.
I know. And they're I'll check the site. Is there a QR code on the back? I was like, no, there's no QR code.
Next round. Yeah. Next round you're making QR codes.
For sure. The next time we print stickers, we'll do that. But it was just like, wow, this is so. Sometimes Shred Sessions goes like that when I go to shows, and then other times it's just like, man, this could not be more awkward. This could not feel like the artist, I can tell, does not want to do this. Like, and that's just the nature of the biz, bro.
Totally. You got to navigate. I mean, I feel like time and place, the setting is so important.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I just genuinely enjoy going to shows and not having to do anything. I just want to like watch people rip, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I feel the same way.
Their music. Well, dude, you and I have a mutual friend, Tate Mercer, who has really become a great like record producer over the years.
Absolutely.
Talk about what your experience has been working with Tate. Like when did you first record with him?
The first time was he was just engineering the session actually, while Arun Bali from Saves the Day was producing. But he was with us when we recorded Meth Head and I Was Better 10 Years Ago, which is like the first thing we put out on Equal Vision. It's a 7-inch.
That's for Better Off,
for
right?
Better Off, yeah. And you know, then after that, me and Tate kind of like connected. We didn't really know each other well, but I was going on my journey of starting as many projects as possible, and I started Cash Basket, which was kind of an offshoot of an old band that I had called Bloom. And I asked Tate to record and play drums on an EP that I wrote, and then we just kind of like clicked and connected when we did that. Like just like me and him in the studio, we really bonded. Yeah, and ever since then we've just been like kind of partners in crime. Basically, it's just both of us have like a very similar drive and very similar taste, and we bounce off of each other and learn from each other constantly. So I don't know. Tate's one of my best friends, if not my best friend. You know, we spend so much time making music together, and we've lived together, and we play in Twin Stacks together.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then really, I think the biggest moment for us was recording Reap What You Sow, which is Better Off's third record. And, it's like a cathartic, almost painful process, where we both grew so much. Like my songwriting grew and his mixing and producing capabilities grew. It was just like we really, grew into ourselves through that process. So that's special. That's kind of hard to describe to somebody, unless you've done that with another person, but it is very special for sure.
Yeah, so if you look at all of the different things that you've worked on with Tate, does that particular Better Off record kind of stand out as like a huge milestone, or like one
absolutely.
that you have fond memories of?
Absolutely. And that was like because Better Off wasn't on a label and had no budget anymore, and it was just back to let's try and make this happen, DIY, like whatever it takes, we'll try and make it happen. Like we kind of found our own process in the making of that record, and how we break up the recording process so I can afford it, and so Tate has time and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we really fine-tuned a lot through that and found our sounds and all kinds of stuff. So
you mentioned that it was painful. What made it painful?
It's just like a super heartfelt and emotional record, and very introspective and super honest. And you know, it was an emotional time for both of us. He had just moved back to Nashville after being in Portland for a long time, and I had just left Gideon, and it was it was just like, which Gideon is a whole other topic that we should talk about, because those guys mean a lot to me. But it was just like a very heavy time, and that record was both of us expressing ourselves like very deeply. And I still hear that, feel that when I go back to that record.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are some of like the concepts that you were writing lyrics about for that particular record? If you could kind of summarize a couple of them.
A lot of acknowledging what led me to maybe abuse alcohol and drugs, and a lot of like Gig Love comes to mind. Like that song is talking about this like desperation almost to get in front of people and perform, and like how it kind of makes you sick because you are on the road, or you are like, you're sacrificing so much for 30 minutes on a stage. And but there's like a deep love there that you can't really get anywhere else other than performing on a stage. And when you tour a lot, it gets that like relationship with performing gets deeper and deeper, hopefully. Sometimes it doesn't, but hopefully it does. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. And then like there's a song on there called Someone Losing, I think is what it's called, and just talks about like, am I capable of like continuing to like write songs that people care about, and is what I'm saying worth hearing, and all kinds of shit, you know. It touches on a whole bunch of topics. Reap What You Sow, the song, is about people coming to conclusions about you and kind of abandoning you until they want what you have, and then they return and they want to be your friend again. It's like, well, and that you kind of lose your sense of self in that a little bit. Like, am I valuable to you, or is it something else that you want? You know, it's things that everybody experiences for the most part, but I think the rawness and the honesty on that record was like kind of difficult to put in front of people, and that's the first time I've ever experienced that.
Wow.
But it's like, that's what makes it special.
Yeah. Dude, you mentioned like people maybe wanting to be your friend because there's something they want from you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that pattern in kind of like the music scene where like a band becomes very hype and very popular, and then people start treating the members of that band differently?
Absolutely.
Almost like mini celebrities or something like that, or
for sure,
whether they liked them before
yeah
they were fans of that band. Like what do you think about that, man? Like, do you see that a lot in the Nashville kind of scene? Or,
you know, I think I'm happy to say that I'd see it less and less in the Nashville scene, maybe, at least in the hardcore scene.
Mm-hmm.
But it's inevitable, and I think that it's not even necessarily a bad thing. I think that people that have a hard time creating something that expresses their feelings want to know what that's like. And so they gravitate towards people that do that often. And the people that do that often just happen to be the ones that people pay attention to because they're always doing it, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it has a lot less to do maybe with wanting to be cool, and a lot more of wanting to be able to express yourself. That's how I feel now, at least. And then maybe I might be giving people the benefit of the doubt there.
I think it's always good to do that.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
Like, let it fly, man.
I agree.
I try not to, if there's some kind of behavior or some way I was treated like by an artist, I've just learned like that I have no idea where their head is at, man.
Exactly.
Like they probably, like, something probably happened with the tour or with the show that royally screwed them over, and they're upset about it. And now I'm like, come on my show. You know what I mean? Like, please. Right? So I try to like look at myself from, and that's what empathy is, right? Putting yourself in someone else's shoes and really like trying to view it from their perspective. And I guess like what I was getting at was more of like the musician thing, like like no one paid attention to your band for years, right? And now that you're getting like maybe big tour offers or you're playing big shows, all of a sudden so and so from some other band like is texting you all the time and wants to hang out with you or get coffee with you, and it's just, you can kind of obviously tell that it's just very disingenuous. Yeah. Like,
or at least that they want to further their position.
Furthering your positioning yourself, right?
Yeah, which I get, and it's hard for me to even be upset about it because it's such a dog eat dog world out there, and everybody wants to find a way to get their piece of the pie. You know? And I like, you're gonna have to do those things to get your piece of the pie. But at the same time, I think that what you find when you start getting more of what you want, you realize that it's not what you were looking for anyway. You know,
wow.
Like, it's just like, and I mean, I struggle with that myself. Like, I always want more. That's also why I have so many projects all the time. But like,
you think you want to get on the big stage, then you get on the big stage, and it's like,
I want the bigger stage.
Or you just, I just want to go home.
That's another big thing. Yeah, I mean, you talk to guys that are on the road all the time, and then they might say, "I just wish I wasn't gone so much." But
yeah,
there's, it's never. The grass is always greener on the other side,
right?
You know, so, yeah. Reap What You Sow talks about that for sure.
Yeah, I guess like my takeaway from what we were just talking about, just to answer my own question, is just like celebrate the people that are already in your life.
Yeah.
Right. Rather than try just to be reaching for somebody that you perceive is like going to get you to where you want to be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And my approach is it never hurts to ask, right? It never,
totally.
Hey, do you want to come on my show, or do you want to write a song together? Or,
yeah.
Can we get on a show, you know, or something like that? It never hurts to ask, I think, but,
you got to ask.
Yeah. Because people may not know what it is that you're hoping to do. So I just figured it's just interesting to talk about stuff like this with other people in the scene. And
absolutely.
And I'm sure people watching that are in bands or maybe even just go to shows, like have like, as soon as like an artist or a band member walks by, you're mid conversation, you end that conversation to try to go talk with somebody else.
Yeah, that hurts.
I think
that
we're
hurts
always
for sure.
like, we're probably all guilty of that
for
to
sure.
some degree.
I think the main thing to, like, you always have to try and put yourself out there, but you can't have like an expectation for the outcome. Like, you just kind of got to let it exist how it exists, whatever that looks like. So that's the best approach, I find. But
for sure,
you got to put yourself out there too. So I get it from all sides.
Yeah. What is the song Meth Head about, man? Has anybody ever asked you what, like, on a show or anything? Like,
no, not on a show actually, which is pretty interesting. Now,
all right, tell the world what Meth Head is about.
Man, it's about some personal family stuff, and I hate airing out personal family stuff in like a public way. But
you don't have to.
I'll keep it vague. I'll keep it vague for sure. But it's about like my
and I can cut this out if you want, man.
Oh, well, it's fine. It's fine. It basically, my dad struggled with addiction for my whole my whole childhood and young adult life. And like nobody knew what was going on. There was like a lot of ignorance in my family about that sort of behavior. And he's like a high functioning addict.
Yeah.
So he was doing like a lot of stuff. But the way he behaved was like it was so unnoticeable that when we all found out, it was just like a big shock. So Meth Head is about that. I'm not saying he didn't do meth, but I was also watching Breaking Bad a lot at the time. That was like what I was obsessed with. So I kind of made like a parallel universe where I'm referencing that. But and when you're experiencing that in your family, it feels that heavy that it's like that it is that. But
yeah. Wow. Yeah. I mean,
and I was a child. I mean, I was probably 22 or 23 when I wrote that song. So
yeah.
Definitely expressing myself. But yeah, that's what that's about. Is just like dealing with addiction in my family and like learning about the reality of like, I thought what you think your parents are and then finding out who they actually are and all this stuff. So it can get a little heavy, but yeah,
for sure.
I don't want to go into details because I just like, I respect the growth that I've seen from my parents and my family in general. So like, I don't like airing out their dirty laundry because I feel like there's been so much growth for the most part from everybody. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Seriously, like, yeah, show some love for your family. Like, nobody's perfect, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's nice to have relationships with your parents, man. It is.
You got to try.
If you can can have an adult friendship with your parent.
It's difficult.
It is so difficult because you're always their kid, right?
Absolutely.
Like they always kind of treat you a little bit like a kid, and it's like, look, I'm a grown man now. You know,
I make my own decisions.
Yeah, right, yeah. It's always that weird thing, dude. What other like kind of random studio memories come to mind? Like working with Tate. Like, was there any kind of like eureka moments for guitar tone or anything just like silly or funny that happened?
I mean, so many silly and funny things, honestly. Eureka moments. I mean, me and Tate will sit in front of a Marshall JCM for hours and tweak the like just 3 knobs,
like an 800.
Yeah, and like, I mean, yeah, big Marshall guys. Me and Tate.
Oh, they're incredible.
They're
dude.
Amazing. I mean, it's so beautiful sounding.
Dude, I saw Acid Bath at that cave.
Marshalls,
and it was all Marshalls.
Yes,
and probably because they're just using backlines, and those are like easy to get. I think they were like JCM 2000s. Which is like my era of growing up, you know, like playing Marshalls. And that was my first amp, was a 2000. But dude, something about like that tone just blew me away. Like from any Mesa, I mean, Mesa Boogie amps are great too.
Totally.
And
absolutely.
I heard a lot of those at Furnace Fest over the summer, and like nothing quite sounded as good as what I heard from Acid Bath.
Yep.
You know, like that tone.
Marshall's so classic.
Yeah. And a lot of like clean to dirty too.
Yeah.
Just like simple 2-channel amp, like clean section with phaser, you know, stoner metal, to like just heavy as shit. Like just
that's awesome.
Like it was just awesome. But yeah,
Marshall's like, I think the thing that I've learned from dialing Marshalls specifically is like, you never need as much gain as you thought you did.
Yeah.
To like make something sound big and heavy and distorted. So I mean, I love. There's so many valuable lessons to learn from a Marshall amp, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Even using it in like a death metal context with not such a scooped kind of sound, like that's why I'm a huge like Eric Rutan fan, and a lot of those records. I mean, he's using rectifiers on some of that stuff. The Hate Eternal stuff, but a lot of it is like a Marshall, like an old 800,
sick,
you know, and like and he's probably boosting it with like a Maxon overdrive or something. But I love that tone, man.
Yeah,
into
same.
a Marshall cab too. It's just like, it's weird that like that shape of cabinet with the angled front that became like we'll angle the front so more people can hear. You know, like I don't think they were like thinking about it scientifically.
No. It's pure luck.
Yeah, they're just like, let's just angle the front too so they go up, you know. And
it's
like,
awesome.
That was like the sound, you know. And have you ever stood in front of a full stack and played a show?
You know, never in my life.
I
like, want to.
It's actually kind of hard to do that because the sound is literally
right at your ear.
You hear every mistake.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
so
maybe I don't want to do that.
I think you're better off putting one on, just having one, like a half stack.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
I will say I owned a JMP Super Lead at one point, and every day that I play guitar, I think about that amp. And I
really?
regret selling it so much, but it wasn't the time and place.
Was it like an old one or a reissue?
Yeah, it was like an 80s. Yeah, I had spent a pretty penny for it for sure. Back when I bought it, they were way cheaper than they go for nowadays.
How much does something like that cost now?
I don't know.
$4,000?
Yeah, probably about $4,000. I think when I got it was about $2,000, something like that. So it's definitely doubled. But yeah, I miss it. I wish, but I needed the money at the time. So
yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah, do it over and over again.
It's kind of crazy to like go on Facebook Marketplace and see what people are selling, man. Like I just feel like there's too much gear now, and like until I guess maybe it's tax season now, so people do have some money in their pocket, but
maybe true.
It just seems like no one has any money right now.
Yeah, the prices that they're selling gear for on Facebook Marketplace are insane.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people are way too unrealistic with it.
I'll see a cab. It'd be like $450 for like an Avatar cab, and I'll be like, oh, that's a perfectly good deal. I'll take a look at that, and I open up the listing, and it's like unloaded, no speakers
for a cardboard box, basically. Yeah, or
like,
a freaking.
What do you think you're selling me right now?
Yeah, I've noticed the same thing, bro. Like looking around at different things, but I think a lot of gear is sitting. So if you can kind of like make an offer, you might be able to get something cool for a decent price.
I do that all the time. Big low ball. Big low
baller here.
Will you take $10 for this? Yeah, I shoot my shot always, but it's crazy out there.
Yeah, wild. Dude, looking back over the years, tell us about some of your most memorable tours that you've been on.
I mean, Japan with Gideon by far is the most memorable for sure.
Did you replace Tyler in the band, or you went with him?
I joined. I played bass in the beginning and eventually ended up on guitar, and Caleb, who plays with him still, moved to bass. But yeah, Japan was absolutely like an unforgettable experience. That's like, I gotta go back at some point for sure. But that's number one. I did Europe with them too, which was also like an unforgettable experience. Yeah, I'd say any tour with Gideon was unforgettable. I mean, that like the most talented group of musicians that I've ever played with by a long shot.
Dude, like, Jake is cracked.
Jake Smelly is just playing with Jake made me a better musician by a landslide. If I had not played with Jake for that period of time, I would not be capable of half the stuff that I do now. And then the same goes for Tyler. I mean, Tyler and me and Tyler have played in music together so much, even outside of Gideon. But I mean, he's like, I feel like every time I'm with him, I'm learning something new about like dialing tone, especially. He's the one that introduced me to the quad cortex.
Really knows his stuff, man.
The man's a genius. He made a fart patch on his quad that's unbelievable. It's like this man, even when he's being funny, is like an absolute genius. But yeah, and then Dan is an exceptional vocalist. I tracked his vocal one time, and like he sat down in a chair and made the loudest sound with his mouth that I've ever heard in my life. And then Caleb is an amazing songwriter too. It's just like a powerhouse of musicians in that band. So, but yeah, any tour that I did with them was incredible. Like full US, Japan, Europe, whatever it was. I mean, all amazing. But I have a very specific memory of in Japan you can drink on the street, and we were obsessed with these drinks called Strong. It's basically like their Four Loko, and we'd each buy two, and we'd put them in our pockets. And me and Dan had like this very deep and heartfelt conversation on like the roof of this skyscraper that we were playing like in the 10th floor of, and drinking these Strongs and looking out at like the Tokyo skyline. It was magical, dude. So magical. Dude. But yeah, that was definitely the best tour I've ever been on. Most fun I've ever had.
That sounds amazing, man.
Yeah.
There's do you listen to any vaporwave or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
There's this artist called 2814.
Okay.
And they have a record. What is that called? It's called Birth of a New Day.
Okay.
And they have like a lot of like Foley, like Tokyo, the sound of Tokyo, basically, like kind of mixing in with their synthwave music.
That's cool.
And it's a total mood. I actually have it on vinyl.
Interesting sounds out there. I gotta say,
it's beautiful. Like the record is total beauty. But what you reminded me of, you talking to Dan, was like that record.
That's awesome. I'll have to check that out. Yeah. Japan is so cool. I mean,
I'd love to go, man.
What an interesting environment. I mean, you feel for being an American, going over there is obviously different than like growing up there and living there. But it's just like a respect, a baseline respect that's got such a high bar compared to United States or Europe or anywhere else that I've been. So it's so cool to witness that in person. And
was the city clean and stuff like that?
Super clean.
Yeah.
Super clean. I mean, there's some weird things like you can't smoke outside. They have like boxes that you go in and you smoke in the box.
Whoa, you hot box it.
Yeah, pretty much. You're in like this tiny box, like 15 other people, and you're all like, and you can smoke like indoors in most places, which is kind of strange. But outside, it is just like really beautiful and like overstimulating while also being really quiet at the same time. It's really cool, and the food is unbelievable. The people are super nice. I mean, it's just I could rave about Japan forever.
Yeah, I'd love to go there because my wife loves like Asian food like so much, like ramen and sushi and stuff like that. That's her first thing when after she gives birth to our kid, she's gonna go get sushi.
Good move. Good move.
The other thing that's funny and interesting about Japan is long after 80s metal was over, it was still popular in Japan.
So sick.
Throughout the 90s. I just think that is so insane. That's awesome. I love that. Like,
they're cool, man. They just have like their own style over there.
Yeah.
It's sick. I love it. But yeah. You've played music with Tyler too. I mean, that.
Yeah. I mean, he just had the most dialed in right hand. Like I thought I was like, I'm a great palm muter, when I moved to Nashville. And then like I sat down with him and played, and I was just like, yep, I'm so fucked. I need to get this. I need to like tighten this shit up.
Yep.
Like,
absolutely. And him and Blake, watching them play together too.
Yeah,
they're fun to watch play together because like they both they grew up together playing music together. So like when you watch them sync up, it's like, oh God, you guys really get it more than the average person do. So
he's got that Meshuggah tightness to his playing.
100%.
And he just like, his hands, like I have more like slender, like maybe more feminine hands.
Same.
He's got like brutal caveman hands.
He does.
Like
strong hands.
He's got that like that really like awesome palm mute thing going on. And getting to play with him for about a year was really awesome, man.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those shows on that tour that we played were like, at some kid's garage or something like that.
Absolutely.
Like, there's a few of those, but those were still fun, man. And just, playing in that band and being able to play a 7-string guitar tuned super low and
sick.
do corn moves on stage. Like, that was just so sick.
It's ideal.
Yeah. I just want to be in Corn.
I feel that. Don't we all?
So what about touring with like Better Off, man, and Charles Miller and those other guys? Like,
yeah. I mean, I love those guys always. Better Off was like, it was when the band was active, it was like checking off bucket lists, line item after bucket list line item. I mean, getting to be on Equal Vision was a big deal. I mean, that's Coheed and Cambria was on that label. Circus Survive was on that label. Like,
wow,
almost Bane was on all these like really influential bands for me. And then, I mean, we got to tour with Newfound Glory. Catalyst was the first CD I ever bought with my own money. I mean, so that's a huge deal to me. Bayside, Motion City Soundtrack, we toured with them. Early November. I mean, it's just like all the bands that influenced me as a songwriter, as a kid, I got to play shows with. So, I mean, that was huge. And maybe that made it feel more possible for me to like keep playing music. I mean, that's a big driver. So
for sure.
Yeah, it was awesome. Sick.
Rad. What's going on with Better Off these days, man?
Me and Charles have been talking about recording some songs this summer. I don't know what the plan is going to be. I mean, I have like folders and folders in my Dropbox of songs that we could record. It's just like the moment hasn't hit me yet because I've been so off in my own direction, like exploring what's possible for me. But me and Charles have been texting, so that's usually a sign that we're going to work on something. But yeah, I'm sure that we will at least record more. It might be more of a studio project at this point, just because Charles, who is like my main creative wall to bounce off of, is like, he's got, his own business. He's got a kid. I mean, he's moving at his own pace in his life.
Sure.
So yeah, but we discuss it all the time, basically.
Yeah. Shout out Charles Miller. We love you, man.
Shout out Charles.
Cool. Trying to think of some other things. We covered a lot of stuff. What's the most chaotic moment that you've experienced on the burger truck? Like, take us into the war zone, dude. Like, what are some crazy things that have happened?
Dude, I mean, have you seen The Bear? Have you ever watched The Bear?
Yeah. Okay, that's a
mean,
great show.
I would say, I think it's the beginning of season 2 where the tickets are just rolling out. I mean, that's like that is a real situation on a busy night.
Online orders, just like everyone at the same time decides to like press order.
And it's a food truck, so like when people are like if you have delivery drivers and people ordering pickup food and stuff like that, I mean, if they're there and you're not done with their food, they're just going to sit at that pickup window and stare at you until you're done.
Fuck.
And if you those ticket times are getting longer, then like the anger goes up, and like, and then then you have the job of like telling people, we're going to get to your food. It's going to come. Just,
do you hear a knock on the window?
Oh, all the time.
It's got to be the
all
sound
the time.
of the devil.
People, the guys in the truck really like, you just got to put your head down and get through it, basically, is what it comes down to. But I mean, we're breaking our own sales record. I mean, this year we've already broken it twice, and it's not even busy season yet. So it's every weekend, basically. I just got a text, so it's probably them freaking out about how busy it is right now at the trailer. But
read it, dude.
I hope it is actually them freaking out. Let's see.
Luke, we need you to come back.
No, the answer is
you
no
just
to
clocked
that.
out.
It is the bad luck group text.
Read it on the air.
It says new guy's doing great. So that's good news. We like that.
Who is the new guy? Let's
I don't
give
know.
him a shout out.
He's working at the West location. His name's Elijah. I haven't met him yet, but
cool.
He's doing great. So Elijah,
shout out Elijah.
You're doing good, bud.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just chaos in there all weekend, every weekend. It's wild.
Yeah. Man. I hope you guys get like a real restaurant, like a real
I think that's
I know
inevitable.
you've got a window at a place, so there is a physical location on the west side, right?
Yeah. And brick and mortar is inevitable at this point. We're just waiting for it to happen, basically. But
for sure.
Yeah, Andy and Cody are on that. I don't know what the status is, but
for sure. Well, when they do a grand opening, they can come on Shred Sessions.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Promote it.
I bet they'd love to.
It'd be fun. So we've got 2 meter songs out, and there's an EP from what I've heard.
Yep.
Talk about that, man. What's coming up next for that?
We don't really have many plans right now. We have a show. We have 2 shows booked. We're playing on April 4th at the end, and then we're playing April 19th at Cobra. And that's with Head Trip, which I'm really excited about. First show is with The Word Alive. That'll be an Aim Down site, so that'll be fun.
The Word Alive, dude. I haven't heard that band in a while.
I know.
Wow.
But that's going to be an interesting show. That's a free show, and so it should be packed. It should be a great time.
That's at the end.
That's at the end.
It's
a
free show.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And Word Alive is filming a music video, and it's our first show, so it's just going to be like a good time.
That'll be a great time.
Yeah.
That'll be sick.
And then we're going to put out 7-song EP and play some shows, and that's basically all we got right now. But
did Tate mix the EP?
He did, yeah.
Okay.
And that's been a fun project for me and Tate to work on, and for Cortney to work on with us. Like, me and Tate kind of are developing our new workflow where I'm like way more involved in the engineering process, and we'll go do drums together, and Tate really is in the driver's seat for the drums.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Did Lucas track drums on the EP?
He did, yeah.
Like in the studio?
Yep.
Yeah.
He tracked drums on the EP, and then Tate will mix the drums a little bit and send them to me, and then I'm at home and I'll track all the guitars and
sick.
do some production stuff on my own, and then send that to Tate, and he mixes that in, and then we'll go to his mix room and track vocals, and Cortney gets an opportunity to like produce her vocals and work on melodies, which she's extremely good at. Harmonies, she's extremely good at.
You do that at your place in East Nashville.
Well, Tate has a mix room in East Nashville.
Okay.
We'll do that there usually.
Gotcha.
He just has better gear. I don't have any outboard gear or anything like that. But yeah, it's been a new workflow that like we're just like continuing to dial everything over time, and like at this point it's like, I mean, we can crank out mixes so fast and songs so fast. So I'm really excited about that aspect of it, because like the more we streamline everything, the more it's just like release. And I love that. That's my favorite thing, is like putting music out into the world. So I'm really excited for the meter stuff to come out, because I think it's some of the best stuff that I've written and worked on, and I think Cortney sounds unbelievable on it. I think Lucas's drumming is amazing, and I think it's some of the best mixes that Tate's done so far. So
yeah,
it's cool. It's like, it's cool to see everybody level up and just like grow and learn, and it's sick. I'm really excited about it.
How would you describe the meter sound for anybody that hasn't heard it yet?
I don't know. I mean, I would say it's just like very early 2000s rap rock influence. but like it, but it touches on a bunch of stuff. It's like it does have like a little bit of a metalcore aspect to it in the same way that like a band like Seven Dust might, or it's very Linkin Park at times. It's very, I mean, Crossfade was a band that at that one record I referenced that Crossfade record.
Crossfade, dude.
A lot, yeah, because I think that the songwriting on that record is like really, really strong.
Yeah, and I think what you're describing is something that if you don't do it right, it's going to sound like a joke.
Exactly.
But it does not sound like a joke. It's like legitimate music.
Absolutely.
Like legitimate, like emotional expression. Like
I think, and that's another thing that makes it fun is like, and similar even to how Reap What You Sow was like this cathartic release and like really exposing like my inner feelings. Meter is like, I'm trying, and Cortney's trying new things that could be weird, but like when we're choosing takes and like developing the style, it just, I don't know, it's putting yourself out there in a new way, which is really fun. Yeah I'm stoked about it. I think it's really, really sick.
Yeah, I hope you guys get some cool show offers after you play a couple shows and it comes out. That'd be awesome, man. What does success look like for you personally? Do you already feel like you have a degree of success?
I think I have the core things in my life that I need to be happy 100%. And that is success to me. And I think that the thing that I strive for is to build my ideal life, which would be spending as much time with Cortney as I possibly can, while also spending as much time making music as I possibly can. And the way I try to get there is just by making as much music, by doing those things, basically. And right now, I mean, I spend way more time making burgers than I'd like to, but that's gratifying in its own way for sure as well. But yeah, I mean, success to me looks like filling my time with exactly what I want to fill it with, which is, I guess I'm saying controlling my time more. Mm-hmm. Difficult to pull off. Yeah. Very difficult, but we'll get there, that it doesn't stop until you choose to stop. So, and there's always going to be new things that you want to achieve, but that's the goal right now. Cool. It's like filling my time with the things that I care about the most.
Cool, man. Any other kind of upcoming shows or releases that you want to give a quick shout out to, or any homies that you want to shout out as well?
I mean, I could shout out a million people, I guess, but I mean, I'll shout out.
Get your list ready.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I don't want to miss anybody, I guess is the main thing, but I guess I'll shout out anybody that's like putting themselves out there and doing their best to like make something special and cool, which that's a big, big list. So I'm not going to name all the names, but there's so many people, and I appreciate everybody in Nashville that does that stuff. And I hope to see them all succeed in that as far as they want to go. But yeah, that's who I would shout out. And then I also want to say that me and Adam have been working on a project called Beg that I'm really excited about. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah,
dude, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show. This was great.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a big supporter of what you're doing here. So
thank you, bro.
And I love seeing my friends be on here and people that I've known for a long time. So that's like kind of special, getting to see people you care about talk about things that they care about and that I in turn care about. So it's really cool that you're doing this.
Dude, it's been so like life-giving for me, like in terms of just reconnecting with people that we played in Def Kid together. A long time ago, and
I forgot about that.
We ripped maybe like 2 gigs together, but just being able to reconnect with people that I used to see a lot and be a part of the scene, and I was a totally different person back. This is talking over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So being able to kind of reconnect with people in this way has been really awesome for me, and I feel like I'm making up for maybe some lost time and like getting to reconnect with people that like I didn't get to hang out with as much over 10 years ago.
Absolutely.
So this has been so cool, and I'm happy to just like facilitate people's promotion of their art. And
absolutely
just get the word out about what's going on with their music and what they want to do. So,
and it's important to document like the progression of everyone and just like what they're doing, where they're at. I mean, you're doing a valuable service by doing it. I really appreciate it.
Happy to do it, man. Mm-hmm. So, well, thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for checking out Luke's story and all the stuff that he's involved in. And we'll see you in the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe. Drop a comment. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.